Honor Club, where honor is real.
Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, here are the rules for this match. Make sure you understand them fully. You each get 3 rope breaks to break up a pinfall or a submission attempt. Once you use these 3 rope breaks, the ropes are in play and they can be used by your opponent, but they cannot be used by you to break up a pin or a submission. There's a strict 20 count on the floor. There will be no closed fist strikes to the face. On the first, you will be given a warning. On the second, you will be penalized a rope break. And if you have no rope breaks left, you will be disqualified. And the pure title can change hands on a disqualification or a countout. Do you both understand these rules? Shake hands, go to your corners, wait for the bell.
Tonight, for the first time in history, the Ring of Honor Pure title is the main event of the evening. Samoa Joe set to defend against the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. And Samoa Joe doing exactly what he set out to do when he won that title from his protege Jay Lethal and elevate the prestige of the Pure title, much like he did the World title during his illustrious reign, and now it's the main event.
Christopher Daniels and Samoa Joe, 2 of the best technical wrestlers anywhere on the face of the earth. This could be a main event anywhere in the world, and we've got it right here in Morristown, New Jersey, as we get a clean break.
Of course, the first meeting between these 2 competitors was back at Glory by Honor 2 in September of 2003. One of the best world title matches of Joe's world title reign. See how they do a little bit later here in 2005 with the Pure title on the line.
Yeah, that match was definitely one of the best matches I saw in all of 2003, and I'm sure this one is going to be every bit as good, if not better, under the Pure rules as Joe goes to work on the arm.
Brings Daniels down to the canvas, chest first. Actually, if you go back to 2002, you'll find that Daniels actually brought Samoa Joe into Ring of Honor as a member of the Prophecy before they had their falling out. That led to that Group versus the Prophecy 6-man at the first Night of Grudges in 2003. Now wrenching back on the head of Christopher Daniels, Joe wraps the legs around, trying to go for the Jujikatami here. He's got those hands locked.
Daniels doing a good job turning over, though. Able to get out of it, trying to lock in a rear chin lock, trying to get the arms around the massive back. Finally able to grab an arm there.
He was going after the head, and Samoa Joe successfully able to cover up the head to prevent Daniels from grabbing hold of it. Instead, he goes to work on the arm.
Nope.
Smart strategy here by Daniels, trying to take the bigger man off his feet, negate that size advantage, and keep Joe on the mat.
Pulling onto the arm of Samoa Joe, trying to work his way back to his feet here, and he does. Both men in a standing position. Joe trying to take him down, keeps that arm.
Nice reversal, use a back heel trip to take Daniels off his feet.
Of course, last week in Dayton, Ohio, things erupted between these 2 as part of that 4-way elimination ROH World title matchup. It was Christopher Daniels eliminated from the matchup, though he had his foot on the bottom rope as Samoa Joe had him choked. CM Punk pushing the foot off the ropes, the referee didn't catch it, and Daniels felt that he was unjustly eliminated from that match. And it got a little bit of payback on Samoa Joe, connecting with an enziguri, setting up CM Punk to then eliminate Joe from that matchup. So there is an issue here between these 2.
Definitely a little bit of payback on the part of Christopher Daniels. A lot of history, like you said, between these two, dating all the way back to 2002. Nice nip up by Daniels, but Joe able to hang on to the arm.
Keeping hold of the wrist lock. Daniels back in a standing position himself. Joe holding on to that wrist lock as Daniels grabs hold of the top rope, flips forward, and takes out the leg, and
oh, he's getting called for a rope break there. He used the ropes to flip out of that arm bar. And he is being penalized. One rope break. He is down one break right now.
He grabbed hold of the ropes while he was in a submission hold.
A little bit of a judgment call on the part of Todd Sinclair there. I don't know if I'd go so far as to call that a rope break. He wasn't in any danger of submitting.
Well, it's all at the referee's discretion, and Todd Sinclair, senior official of ROH, saw that he was in a hold, reached the ropes, and that is a rope break.
Look at the face of Daniels, obviously frustrated. He knows what a disadvantage it is to be down one rope break. Those things can come in very, very handy in the course of a match when you find yourself in a bad predicament and you need to escape. That wasn't a place where he was in a bad way, and he's at a severe disadvantage now because of it, I think.
Goes after the leg of Samoa Joe. Down in the center of the ring. Keeping hold of that leg. Grabs hold of the arm of Samoa Joe, trying to break free.
Also driving his side of his head into the shoulder there as he's able to work his way to the front. Take a side headlock on Joe. Right in the center of the ring.
Keeping hold of the side headlock as Samoa Joe up to one knee. Back to a standing position. Daniels still holding on to the side headlock.
Joe fires Daniels off the ropes. Big shoulder tackle from Joe, and Daniels is down in a heap. Up and over the big man goes. Went for a leapfrog, did Daniels, and he's called with an inverted atomic drop, and a boot right to the mush. Joe almost caves in the side of the face of Christopher Daniels.
Joe with the advantage. Looking to pull Daniels back up off the canvas. A lot of Daniels supporters here tonight. Chop to the back, kick to the chest. Samoa Joe off the ropes and drives that knee down. That's the combo.
Crowd seemingly split here between these two competitors.
The pure champion in command.
Daniels very excited to make his return back to ROH after a long absence, looking to get his hands on some gold.
Went after the world title against CM Punk in that classic 60-minute draw. And now going after the pure championship. Renewing this rivalry. Joe just lighting up the chest of Daniels with chops.
Look at the pain etched on the face of Daniels as the massive hand of Samoa Joe takes up about half the side of the chest of Chris Daniels. Sends him in hard. Running knee right to the face. Nowhere for Daniels to go but down.
Daniels just clutching the side of his head. Samoa Joe very methodical in his offense here as he pulls him back up. Takes him down with the snapmare. Back to work on the leg. Tying it up.
Grapevines the legs, now pulling back on the face and the head of Daniels. Look at the pressure on the knees and the back of Daniels.
And waits till the count of 4 to break. Taking full advantage of the referee's count.
Utilizing the rules to his advantage right there. Daniels clutching at his neck. Joe spots an opening and drives a boot to the midsection as Daniels tries to back himself to the corner. Joe pulls him up though. Gonna pull him right back to the center of the ring.
Joe holding him upside down with the vertical suplex. Letting all the blood rush into the head of the fallen angel. The fans here counting along as he finally drops him down.
Joe satisfied with himself, but taking way too much time to cover. Only able to get a 2 count, did not hook the leg, instead chose to just place the forearm across the chin of Daniels, able to kick out.
So a dueling chants from the fans here in Morristown for their chosen wrestler.
Heavy offense from Joe starting to wear on Daniels. Obviously, he's slow to get even to his knees.
Daniels trying to clutch away at the leg of Joe, and he fires back with kicks.
All 280 plus pounds of Samoa Joe crashing down across the chest and back. Again, Joe brings Daniels, trying to bring him up to his feet. Daniels firing back from his knees at the midsection to Joe. Another knee strike from Joe, make it 2. Up and over goes Joe. Daniels goes for the hip toss, blocks the clothesline, and drives the knees right into the midsection.
Well, that could be the momentum changer in this matchup. Past several minutes, Samoa Joe has been largely in command. Daniels driving the knees into the chest. See if he can keep the advantage here, as he is really feeling the effects of Joe's onslaught thus far.
Daniels fires away with a boot.
Of course, next week we return to the Buffalo area with the Dragon Gate Invasion, as 2 stars from that organization in Japan, including CIMA, will be making their way to Ring of Honor. Christopher Daniels working over the midsection of Samoa Joe in the corner, drives the knee in to follow up.
I was going to say Colt Cabana with a title shot of his choice next week on that show as well.
Standing on the back of Samoa Joe, referee applying the count.
He may be facing the winner of this matchup for the Pure title, or he may be facing the world champion James Gibson, who successfully defended his belt. We're still waiting to find out from Colt Cabana just what match he picks by virtue of his victory tonight in that football hooligan rules
Soccer
matchup.
rules. Daniels with the kick again to the rib cage of Samoa Joe. Lateral press from Christopher Daniels, but Joe able to roll that shoulder up off the canvas. Focusing on the rib region of Samoa Joe. Of course, he had those injured ribs that kept him out of action for a period of a few weeks just a few months ago. Daniels realizes that and focusing on a potential weakness in the champ's armor. And now with the abdominal stretch cinched in.
Again, going to work on the midsection of Joe. Not something you normally see applied on a man as large as Samoa Joe. For just that reason there, it's so easy for a guy that big to maneuver his way out. But Daniels, to his credit, is able to lock it back in one more time.
And driving the elbow into the ribs of Samoa Joe as well, while keeping the abdominal stretch cinched in. Joe trying to inch his way toward the ropes. And he reaches the ropes, and that's a rope break.
Daniels driving the point of the elbow into the intercostals, those muscles in between the rib cage where the cartilage connects the 2 bones together. All sorts of pain for Samoa Joe right there as he's sent to the corner. Hard shoulder block from in the midsection from Daniels, and a second. Joe firing his way out with a couple of knees.
Trying to work his way out of the corner and keep Daniels away from those ribs. Chops now from the champ. Has Daniels down in the corner, and somebody got a dirty face. Samoa Joe in perfect position for the face wash.
Daniels, though, catches him coming in. Joe was looking for the big boot. Daniels able to block it at the last minute by driving the boot to the midsection of Samoa Joe. And again, the crowd evenly split here in this main event, pure title matchup between Samoa Joe and the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. Daniels with a cover.
Hold on, I got Artie, our producer, in my earpiece. He just informed me that Cabana will be up next with his choice of the title matchup next week at Dragon Gate Invasion. So stay tuned for that. As well, CIMA versus AJ Styles has been signed for that event. As well, a tag rematch of the Embassy taking on Generation next week in the Buffalo area.
What a show that is going to be, a cover by Daniels.
And of course, we got a big September upcoming with Glory by Honor 4 and Survival of the Fittest. As right now, the body scissors applied by Christopher Daniels on Samoa Joe, trying to wear the big man down. He's got his shoulders down, but Joe gets that shoulder up.
Chop to the chest from Joe, trying to get him out of that body scissors, but Daniels cranks down. Again, able to get a 2 count on Joe. Gotta wonder if Colt Cabana is waiting to see who the winner of this matchup is before he makes his announcement. Maybe wants to see if some damage is done. Maybe a champ comes into a match a little bit weaker than the other before he decides.
Trying to chop his way out of this body scissors and relieve some of the pressure on his ribs. They're trying to roll over and relieve that pressure. Maybe reach the ropes.
Joe, what do you say? Come on, go!
Joe very close to the ropes, and he's gonna use his second rope break. He has one remaining.
Rope break number 2 for Samoa Joe.
Daniels, of course, has one gone with that controversial one called at him earlier on in the matchup.
Samoa Joe very worn down, clutching at his ribs. It's Christopher Daniels in command.
If you've ever had a rib injury, you know how difficult it is to breathe. And when you're that big and you have trouble breathing, it eliminates a lot of the offense and slows you down. And Christopher Daniels is still concentrating right on the midsection of Samoa Joe. Another cover after the elbow drop and a 2 count one more time. Joe almost gasping for breath there in the center of the ring. Difficulty breathing.
And back to the abdominal stretch goes the Fallen Angel. Places it right in the center of the ring. Joe nowhere near the ropes here.
Come on, Joe.
Trying to hang in there. Daniels wrenching back on the hold.
Joe's legs starting to buckle from the pain. Trying to fight his way out.
And he does. Samoa Joe with knee strikes. Chop across the chest of Daniels. And again. Daniels staying on his feet though. And drives the knee right into the ribs once again. Trying to sweep the legs of Daniels right into the power slam. Only gets 2.
Daniels running right into that power slam from Samoa Joe. Deceptively quick is Joe for a guy his size, and he goes right into the cross arm breaker.
Can't get full extension as Daniels is trying to inch his feet toward the ropes. Force a break, and he does. That's the second rope break for Christopher
Rope break
Daniels.
number 2 for Christopher Daniels.
Each man has 1 rope break left. After they use that rope break, the ropes are in play for their opponent. Hard chop, and down goes Daniels. Back to his feet, gets met with another. Ducks out of the way of that attempt, and now it's Daniels with the closed fist. And that's a warning.
Christopher Daniels been issued a warning for using a closed fist.
And Samoa Joe used the closed fist too. Both men receive warnings for the closed fist. If either is caught using another closed fist, it will cost them their final rope break.
Joe now. Powerbomb on Daniels. Right into the STF. He's got it locked in. Daniels is somewhat close to the ropes, though.
Yeah, he locked it in very close to the ropes, maybe on purpose here. Either Daniels will give it up right here, or if he can reach the ropes, he'll use up his final rope break.
Smart positioning by Joe. Daniels is going to have to either make it to the ropes or give up, because there is no other choice here. Because there is nowhere for him to go but to make it to the ropes.
He's looking for the ropes, trying to crawl his way toward the bottom rope. Not quite within his grasp as of yet. And uses his final rope break.
Final rope break for Christopher Daniels.
Normally in a move like the STF, you're going to see the wrestler in control pull back as far as he can while applying that hold. Looked like Joe did not pull all the way back, trying to force Daniels to make it to the ropes.
Chin breaker from Daniels has Joe stunned. Comes charging and step up Enziguri right upside the head. Joe staying on his feet. Stuck in the clothesline. Daniels with him up. Samoan drop on the Samoan.
You can see when Daniels was caught in that STF, he was trying to decide whether or not he should give up that last rope break, and obviously he had no choice left in the matter. Beautiful moonsault off the second rope.
But Joe with the shoulder up.
Come on, Joe. Joe, come on.
Wrenching up on the neck of Samoa Joe here.
What do you say? Come on.
All the while driving the knee right into the midsection again. Joe with some palm strikes right to the side of the face, and finally Daniels has to break the hold.
Samoa Joe back to his feet. More palm strikes. Getting all fired up. Samoa Joe off the ropes. But Daniels catches him and plants him. Could be looking for the best moonsault ever. But does he have enough energy to do it?
Joe's in position.
Cover! No! Looking for the Koji clutch.
Joe's in the center of the ring, nowhere to go.
Could we see the pure title change hands here in Morristown?
Joe, come on!
Referee checking on Joe's condition.
How about it, Joe?
Joe has had trouble breathing earlier in the match with all the work on the midsection
Oh, he's
and
so
the
worn
ribcage.
down. He's so worn down. Look at his face.
The arm's going limp. That's 2. One more time, and we're gonna have a new pure champ.
No! He's still got some fight left in him.
Joe, come on! Come on, Joe!
Joe trying to crawl toward the ropes, and he reaches it with his foot.
1, 2.
Both men have used up all of their rope breaks.
That is the third and final rope break for Samoa Joe.
And the ropes are in play for both men.
But how much has been sucked out of Samoa Joe right here?
Daniels looking to follow up. Again, working over those ribs. Driving the knee into the rib cage.
Running forearm shot to the side of the head. Joe staggers. Another one by Daniels. Joe still not off his feet, though. Running boot right to the face, and Daniels is knocked flat.
Samoa Joe needs to go for a cover right here. Very worn down by this point in the matchup. Sinclair applies the double count. Both men feeling the effects of this battle.
Daniels is not moving.
Joe back to his feet. Looking to try to finish him off. Daniels is limp. As the dueling chants go up once again. Daniels into the buckle. Joe comes charging and winds up crouching himself on the top rope.
Daniels dropped down. He saw Joe coming at the last minute. Now Joe set up on top. Palm strike from Daniels.
Joe trying to fight off this attempt by Daniels. Going for another palm strike, and Joe's looking to choke him out now. The ropes are in play. Completely illegal. He's got him tied up in the ropes. He's looking to choke him out in the ropes.
He is dragging Daniels, pulling back. He's got him hanging in the air. Daniels can't get his feet on the ground. Christopher Daniels has got to tap out.
Samoa Joe retains the pure title here in the main event of Night of the Grudges 2.
Wrestling champion, Samoa Joe.
Daniels hung up in the ropes. There was nowhere for him to go.